Right, good evening. Fingers crossed the audio is working. Trust? Jesus Christ. Fingers crossed the audio is working. Back in my setup to build my next Raspberry Pi case, my MegaPi case. Last time we built the retro flag GPI case. That's just the USB charge for it. And yeah, we got it working. I'll prove it to you. Leave that on. So the problem with it was that I downloaded, I don't know if it was the download for the image or I didn't flash it right or it was me turning off too soon when we first booted it up, but that's what did it in. Turn the volume up a touch. See? We had this last time, but it didn't sound like that. Didn't sound like that at all. Yep. So got it working. I posted up a video up on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/AbadEducationTV. Bit of thoughts about it. Where I recommended it. Depends what you want for it, really. Like if you're after a handheld device like a Game Boy, this is pretty good. But if you're after wider emulation, like something with analog sticks or more than two trigger buttons for PS1 and that sort of thing, then you're going to want something a bit more powerful with more buttons. But if you want a handheld kind of 8 to 16-bit fella, doesn't get much better than this. What was I playing earlier? What was I playing? That's played. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Pull that up. But yeah, it's cracking. Really good. But you didn't come here to see this. You came here to see this getting built. The Retro Flag MegaPi for the MegaPi case for the Retro Pi. This is my Retro Pi in its current case. Retro Pi, Jesus. This is my Raspberry Pi 3 in its case. This is from a Kano computer kit, which I don't know if you heard about those. They were like computer kits that they build themselves, which I got for my son. Like a wireless Bluetooth keyboard, and you kind of put all this together. And then it's got the image for it. It's got Minecraft that where you hack and you kind of do all sorts of things like that on it. So it's good for kids. But obviously, with it being a Pi, you can just pop out the SD card and put something else in. That's a command strip because this normally lives on the back of my TV with a Plex installation on there, and it's my Plex over from my house. So that's what it normally is. I've got a big stack of cards there. Make sure we don't lose this. Okay, no, there we go. Keeping them organised. So we're going to take this out of this case, pop it into the Retro Pi 1 and go from there. First of all, let's get a beer cracked. Das Blue. Gonna focus. There we go, look at that. Bit of focus. It's from Beer 52 case that I got a while ago, beginning of lockdown. Oh, that is nice. Gonna turn my hood up a little bit. I think that's okay. Right. Anyway, so let's get this unboxed. So this was from Amazon, I think, because I put it on my wish list and got it for my birthday. So, oh, look at that. So we've got the Pi. This one came with a fan because it's recommended that you have cooling in it, and it came with these heat sinks. Now I'm pretty sure I've got a heat sink on the main chip, but I haven't got these two, so I'll probably do those as well. And this bag, some lovely little marks on it. But yeah, I guess we can put the Pi in there when we're done. But we'll leave that for now. Get that out of the way, and then we can look at this. So this one, you can see it's based on the Japanese design because it's got the kind of red colours, and it's got the switch there, on switch, reset, which all work. Functional power and reset buttons, functional LED power indicator, safe shutdown, safe reset. Now this is something that's on this bad boy. When you install it, you have to install like a shutdown script, so you can use the switch to turn it on and off. Same thing with this one. To do that, you have to download the script and put it onto the flash card, which I did earlier today. So fingers crossed we shouldn't have any of the issues when we turn it on. Shouldn't have any of the issues that we had last week. So let me get those out of the way for now. And then we'll open this box. It's a lovely box. Certainly a box that's going to be kept and not binned or dropped anywhere. So, alright, let's take that out. Instructions, not yet. And then, oh, where's my video gone? We're back. Right, we're back. Sorry, this is my weird setup. It's a USB app. So I app on my iPhone connected it to my computer with a USB to get the video onto the screen. So I think the USB disconnected is why it went funky. I think it's the cable. But anyway, let's open this up. There we go. Oh, there's the instructions. Now the ones for the Game Boy one, like several pages, but you've got that. So I think it's good. The only complicated bit I think is going to be this bit where we kind of plug the Pi to the boards that are already in there. Kind of work the shutdown to make sure we got to get those right. So let's open this up. and have a look. Oh, that is lovely. That is pretty good. Now I think it's not screwed shut at the moment, so that pops open. Yeah, that's where you get into the SD card in there. That popped open there because that's where you get to the Ethernet port and the other USB if you need to. And of course there's the on and off buttons, reset button. Now this looks like a slidey, the old volume slider, but it in fact pops that open. So all these cards here, we can just drop those in there. Apart from the one we need, which is that one. Maybe later. I think it's because they're in there. I took them out. Yeah, it's because they're in there. Big SD cards, chonkers. Yeah, so they need to come out of there really, so I'll have to relabel those. So we'll take those out for now. But that's nice though. Yep, so take it off. So here we have the bits, the business. Please remove the SD card for installing the Raspberry Pi. That's an idea. Let's get that out there first. So we've taken this SD card out, so we need to get out of this case, which I think because kids are designed to put it together, should be pretty easy. Oh, I just spotted Martin Cobain in the chat. Hello Martin. My attention was elsewhere for a second, so apologies for that. There we go. There's the Pi out of its old case. I think I've broken getting it out. That doesn't look right, but never mind. So I want to get a different case at some point. Well, just have a quick chat about Pis, because this bad boy fits the Raspberry Pi 3 that we've got down here. But of course there is the Raspberry Pi 4, which is more powerful, more memory, etc, etc. But the problem is they haven't released, well, only I think in April did they release a version of RetroPie that would actually work on the, well, not work on the Raspberry Pi 4, but use it to its full capabilities. So be able to, you know, use all the extra power for the emulation. So I don't think people have done that many cases, like these kind of style cases, because these are explicitly designed for the Pi 3 and the Pi 2, I think. Did it say in the box? Yeah, but focus me. Thank you. 3B plus, 3B, 2B, and 2 and B plus. So the 4 won't fit in there. But obviously now the RetroPie's got its own version for that. These cases might become updated, so it's a bit tricky to. Well, I think when we get to the end of the recommendations, it'll be tricky to. We'll talk about it in a bit. That's right, mine. That's right. I'll forgive you for missing the last one. It's all up on there, all up on the YouTube channel. So no harm, no foul. Right. So there's obviously that's my heatsink. Let's get these out. That's the main heatsink, so I don't need to do that one. But that I think goes on that fella down there. So just like a little. Oh, you gonna get that on the focus? Like a little adhesive strip to get that on. Come on. Ah, there we go. So I figure we may as well use the other ones because why not? Did I knock the camera then? I think I did. What that's on. There we go. And I think that one goes in the bottom. Again, it's just taking off that little bit of strip, covering the adhesive strip. Come on. There we go. There we go. So that's got the extra heat sinks. Extra heat sinks on there now. Turn my light up a little bit. Yeah. So that's done. Right, so put that there. Don't need that. So let's get back in this case. To remove the SD card, done that. MegaPi's there. So again, we've got a good old screwdriver. Come on. Come on, heat sealed shut. Which, let's just check. Straighter than the last one. The last one was pretty off to one side. We'll try using that screwdriver. Oh, we've got lots of screws. And they're small ones. Let's put that. We'll use this bag for now. I think there's some to screw down the Pi. And then there's the rest of the actual case. And obviously we need the fan as well. So let's sort these cables out a little bit. So that's the power. So that's good into the power at the back. Power into there. Turn that around a little bit so you can read it. Safe shutdown. Leave that to on. There's the power switch, which obviously is connected to that. This is what connects to the GPIO boards. GPIO pins on the board. These go into the YouTube. Jesus Christ, into the USB ports. That's where my fan goes, into there. So here's my fan. So let's get the fan in. Yeah, when I saw it on Amazon, there was like two, like a case by itself and a case with the fan, and the price wasn't that different. Wasn't that much different? So yeah, a little brushless fan. Doesn't want to focus on that. So I think just need to get the things in right. So just there on the fan we've got a positive and minus. Don't know if you can read that. So a red positive and black will be minus. I don't think it matters which way around that goes. So that's on. Whew, tense. Get a bit of purchase on that. Come on. There we go, I got it. That got it. The right angle. Didn't want to bend the pins, that's all. Right, so with the Pi's turned on, this fan should now turn on, keep the thing cool. So let's just get those tucked in down there and pop that in. Just there. Beautiful. A couple of those screws for the fan. 2, 4, 6. There's nothing in the fan bag. I thought we had some screws for the fan, but I guess we don't. But it's clipped in there pretty good with the thing there, so I don't think we'll need anything on there. So when we get to the tricky bit. It's always time to dip in mine. Especially if you've got a spare Pi knocking about the house. This was like 20 quid. Yeah, 20 quid this was, which, you know, compared to the cost of a, what's it called? Big Drive Classic or Mini, whatever it's called. Obviously, you need the Raspberry Pi. The 3s, I think, are still about 30 quid. Something like that. The 4s, a bit more expensive, so could stack up. My Game Boy case, that was 60, and then £10 for the Pi Zero that's in there. So they're good value, you know. And this, I see, this one's probably, I've never seen like the actual Mega Drive Mini, but it's probably just as good as that one is. Right, so here's the moment. So take that out. That shouldn't be there. That's the dongle for the Bluetooth keyboard that goes with the Kino kit. So don't need that. So it's going to sit like that with the HDMI, audio, and power things just there. So, and this goes at those first bunch of pins there with the red on the outside. So like that. So that's in. Then these are going to go into there and there. So that's connecting that USB to those front two there. Like I say, you can access those two from just down there when you take the bottom of the case off. So now we just need to angle this in. Yeah, 20 quid. Like if you've got a Pi knocking about the house, like, there's no reason not to really. I think the idea is to get those in that side, and then we shall push it down on that side, making sure not to pinch any of the cables. Popped out. That's all in. Yep, and that's it. So 2 screws go on this side. 1, 2. So you can see why you probably need the fan in there, just because it's a little bit not tight, but it's compact while it's in there. Ooh. There we go. Yes, we've got the HDMI power there. There's to access the Ethernet and the other two USB ports if needed. The Pi has got Wi-Fi and Bluetooth on there as well. So, like with this, I had a Pi Zero which hasn't got Wi-Fi or Bluetooth connected. So that's a bit of a pain to update stuff because you have to you can't even SSH into it. You've got to pain to get things in there. So this one's going to get replaced with a Pi Zero W with Wi-Fi whenever they get back in stock. So this is going to stay in here. I think we just put the top on. Yeah, so that thing down there. Oh, that is a little USB thing there. I don't know where that pops out, but it does. Not sure what's in there or whatever. But anyway, getting distracted. Let's just drop that on top. And then we'll put in these longer screws. So 6. I think I need to take that off, yes, to get to the last one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's get that one in first because I can see it. Not too tight. Yeah, my only thought is, yeah, it's definitely. I think it's definitely going to stay in this case. I'm guessing I'm going to try and figure out something to put it on the back of my TV to work again as my Plex server, because that's normally plugged in all the time with a Ethernet, so the thing's a bit more stable. Whereas a Pi 3 does work as a Plex server. It's not brilliant. Like you can't transcode anything or do any kind of big complicated stuff, but to just kind of watch stuff on your TV, it's a pretty good solution. They all feel solid enough to me. Put that back on there for now. That's it. Switch it to off before we turn it on. I'm now paranoid I didn't turn the safe shutdown thing to off. But I guess we'll find out in a bit, won't we, when I try and turn it off. So yeah, that's that. That was that whole putting together done. So what we're going to do now, we're going to pause momentarily so I can move my camera to point at the TV set, and then we will turn this on. So I'm going to pause the stream for a minute, go back onto the music for a few bits, and then yeah, we'll come back on looking at my TV and see if this thing actually works. Thank you guys. Jesus, that was complicated. Cables everywhere, so moving things around is a right pain in the mentionables. Right, let's move that a bit closer. So the computer's kind of away from me because of the way everything's positioned, so I can't really see the chat. Fingers crossed the audio's still coming through okay? Is it coming through okay? I can see the things going up and down. Right, so I'm going to come over here now. Plugged into the TV. Sorry, I'm going to cross the camera for a second, which is completely unprecedented. But that's fine. Got my beer again. Thank you, Martin. Beautiful assistant as always. So it's hooked up. We've got HDMI, got the power. It's got a USB plugged in with my 8-bit do Mega Drive controller, which again probably would work with Bluetooth, but I haven't set up. I don't think I might have done, but I can't remember. So we're erring on the side of caution, sticking with cables. So here we go. This is when the battle as well as last time. Hang on. You know what we didn't do? We didn't put the SD card in. which thankfully should be a pretty easy process. Done. Right. Is everybody ready again? That seems positive. Did you see the light? We may not be on the right input, just to make things a little bit worse. We're on the wrong input as well. There we go. So this is the image we're working now. This is a disk image from Arcade Punks. It's a 64 gig image that I downloaded there a while ago. So that splash image at the beginning, that was custom. It did something else. I think it was a lady in a state of undress, which wasn't very good. Oh, got some music coming through. Turn down touch. Yeah. Don't know the music that's playing. So I've just dropped random things in a folder on there. So yes, this image was all like pre-built with all the ROMs and everything. So all I did was put in some different music and change the splash screen for it. So they're very, very good to use. Oh, see, I didn't think they were all set up. So let's get this. Making path detected. What happened there? Have you gone straight into a game? Oh no, don't want to do a don't fancy doing an Amiga ROM at this time of night. Jesus Christ. Well, see, the pad was working then, so that was weird. Oh, it's turned off. The reset button work? No. Back on. Don't think I've got it screwed in properly on that one side. I need to sort that out in a bit. Yeah, that's from inspired by the A Life Well Wasted podcast, which is one of the best video game podcasts. I just love the picture. Let me just get round to see if there's anything on the chat. But yeah, like the actual case itself, the build was dead easy. Again, it comes down to Phil's stupidity around disk images and the like. Where these should. There we go. Let's play much better. Bit of Street Rage 2. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on with these pads. Because clearly the pad was working because it went straight through into the game in the end, didn't it? There we go. Yeah, so this came through on there. Dreamcast simulation on there. Main stuff. I think it has got Sega Saturn 32X. No, which I don't think there isn't a good emulator for it on the Pi 3. Pi 4 probably would work, but this one, nope. So listening to that, I think we're going to have to. I think at this point it's basically a kind of normal retro Pi front end, but tweaked to look real nice. Where is it? Yeah, it's got to be, isn't it? Nice splash screen, even though it says Genesis rather than Mega Drive, which, as we all know, is the correct name. So for the price, and if you've got like a spare Pi in your house, I can't see any reason not to buy one, to be honest. They do other versions. There's a Max, obviously, a SNES version, a SNES version, which is both the European / Japanese and the American one. I don't know why I'd buy the American one, because it's just terrible. Yeah, I know there's ways around kind of, I think you can, pretty sure you can hack the Mega Classic and the Game Boy, the Nintendo ones, but I don't think they got the storage that you can have. This obviously an SD card. This was like 100. This was a 64 gig SD card. This one, but there's images out there for 128 gigs or bigger, and big as you want, because it's an SD card going to the side of it. So, bygone. You can have some as well. Cheeky. So for 20 quid, and half an hour or so getting it sorted out, it's well worth your time. So this one gets a hearty thumbs up. And it's got to be the Mega Drive one. Why would you buy the SNES or a NES? Beautiful machines though they are. Well, why would you get it over this Japanese Mega Drive? What is it to throw? There. Ah. There we go. So yeah, so now I'm going to play Streets of Rage 2 the rest of the night, because why would you do anything else on a Saturday night? I can't quite see the chat. That's over wrong. Yes, Martin, the American SNES is ugly. You're completely correct. It is an ugly, weird purple machine. Grey and purple. I'll have that, thank you. Bop. Bop. Come here. Those knife dudes, I swear to God. I've got some kind of just blind spot where I just cannot hit them. Even in Street Race 4, the same thing still happens again. Yeah, that's the hotkey. There we go. Yep. So, can only recommend one of these. I'm probably going to put this video nicely edited up onto the YouTube channel, so always subscribe to that. And I'll probably come around again with some more streaming. I did some great game streaming last week, but it was an OpenEMU. That's got like a weird bug at the moment where, because I'm a Mac user, I have to pipe my audio through audio drivers to get it into OpenEMU. And it seems like whenever you try to swap games, like that falls over and you have to restart it, which is a pain in the bum. So maybe I won't, but maybe I will. Who knows? So yeah, have a good rest of your evening. Hope you enjoyed seeing me fool around with a MegaPi. Both my Pis are in new cases now, so I don't know. I think this is it for this series. Let's find some. Let's buy a Pi 4 or something, and we kind of go on from there. Maybe get some model kits. Do some Gunpla. Have a Gunpla night. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Building some model kits, building some pals. But yeah, like and subscribe, as always, on here on twitch.tv/RebadEducationTV or YouTube or even in Jafil on Twitter or wherever. And thanks, and I'll see you soon. Hugs and kisses.